Hey guys, it's Whitney, your family practice PA here, and can't wait to talk about our subject today. Today we are going to be talking about high cholesterol, what the heck it means, and also main focus today is what foods can I eat to help my good cholesterol and what foods can I avoid to help my bad cholesterol. So what are things that we can do to help our health and what are things we can do to help decrease our risk. So I have a video on high cholesterol, understanding more what the numbers are, all of that. Today's focus is going to be on what we can eat, what's our diet, what's our lifestyle changes that we can do, and really dive deeper into that. Because I see that a lot in my everyday family practice, that people just don't really understand what these numbers mean, what they can do to control it, what is stuff that they can take advantage of and control of their own health. So without further ado, let's break it down. So quick review, like I said, I have another video on it that breaks it even more in detail, but we have two cholesterols mainly. So we have our HDL, which is our high density lipoprotein, and that is our good cholesterol. So H higher, we want that number higher. And then we have our LDL, which is our light or low weight lipoprotein. We want LDL, we want that lower. So what that is, that's our bad cholesterol. That's the one that builds up in our vessels. The HDL is the one that actually helps take those plaques or that bad cholesterol, gets it through the body to the liver so we can excrete it. So anyways, I'm gonna first focus on ways that we can raise our HDL. So how can we make it higher? Number one thing, cardiovascular exercise. Get out there and walk, people, okay? So keep your heart rate up, steady state. It does not need to be go run a marathon, but the cardiovascular exercise is the best thing you can do. It raises your HDL, it also lowers your LDL. So we get both the results at the same time. With HDL, how we raise it is actually eating those healthy fats, those monounsaturated or unsaturated fats. Number one thing is with omega-3s is our heart healthy fish. So that's gonna be a lot of our salmon, any of the fishes that have omega-3 in it. It's going to be extra virgin olive oil. It's going to be high fiber fruits. It's gonna be our nuts, our avocados. All of those healthier fats actually help clear out those vessels, raise that HDL, gets that number up, and gives us extra protection against our bad cholesterol. So healthy fats is what raises that HDL. So that needs to be a big part of our diet. Now, let's talk about our LDL. So our LDL is our bad cholesterol. So we want that lower. We want that under 100, okay? And if you have known cardiovascular or known heart disease, we want that under 70, okay? So we need to be really aggressive in those cases. So with that, what number one thing that gets people are fried, greasy foods, okay? So fast food, we're in a hurry, we haven't planned our meal prepped, and we want to go through McDonald's drive-through, Burger King, Zaxby's, something, get those French fries, get that fried food. So those we want to limit, okay? Those need to be a rare treat. So fried, greasy foods are very high in cholesterol. Another one that really gets my patients is full fat dairy. So it's just our regular cheeses, our regular milk, it's our eggs with yolk. All of those things, unfortunately, have a lot of cholesterol in them. So especially those cheeses. I love some shredded cheese on just about anything, whether I'm eating a quesadilla, nachos, you name it. I like cheese, unfortunately. So I have to watch that one. I don't eat as much of the fried, greasy foods. If I get my cholesterol intake, it's probably with the cheese. So creamers, all of those things add up. It's also our red meats. So like I had a patient this week, we could not figure out why her LDL kept rising, and she had just swapped out, instead of having turkey sandwiches most days, she started having ham sandwiches. So, and she started having yogurt every morning. So, but it was the full fat yogurt instead of like a Light and Fit or Dannon Light or Greek yogurt that's higher in protein. So those little things add up over time. I have most of my patients that are on chronic meds. I check their labs every 6 months, unless they're abnormal, it's every 3 months. And so it just adds up over those months, and we'll just see it creeping up. You know, last time it was 105 LDL, now we're at 120. Well, we got to figure out what's going on before we have to start talking about cholesterol treatments. So it's, like I said, it's those red meats, fried greasy foods, any of those saturated fats, really we want to limit those, okay? It's small changes. I'm not saying you can have any of those foods. You just need to limit it. So whatever you're doing then, cut it in half, okay? So one of the other big things, and I talked about with the HDL, is cardiovascular exercise. So there's nothing better for your heart health, cholesterol-wise, protects you from heart attacks, protects you from stroke, all of those things, keeping the heart muscle healthy. So we really want to get out there and get moving. I love weight-bearing exercises, so I love walking. I actually tell my patients to walk more. You stay in a fat-burning zone more than like a carb-burning zone when you walk compared to running. You don't have as high risk of injury, all of those things. So I'll take biking, I'll take any of those, but really just getting out and walking, being weight-bearing while you're like bearing all your weight. I don't mean that, but I know people struggle with common sense sometimes. So that is one of the most important things you can do. And that's just gonna help you. It's gonna help you not have a heart attack. It's gonna help you not have a stroke. All of these things are not guarantees, but we wanna limit those risks as much as possible. So go find out what your numbers are. You know, the LDL, we want under 100, HDL above 50 for me. I love above 50 for males and above 60 for females. So a lot of labs just say above 40 for males and above 50 for females. I want those numbers higher. Just get them up. That way you don't have to pay as much close attention to the total cholesterol. So when you get a breakdown, you see total. But if your HDL is elevated, don't pay attention to the total. Pay attention to the breakdown. So don't be afraid to talk to your medical provider. Go ask them questions. See what's going on. Take control of your health, okay? So don't just live in la-la land, putting your head in the sand. Let's know our numbers, know where we're at, know what we can do to make these changes. And then you're gonna feel so much better. Your energy's gonna be better. You're just gonna feel better about life. So if you got anything out of this video today, guys, make sure you hit that like button. I'm gonna have new content coming out all the time. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, follow along. Like I said, I have another video on cholesterol, more so also diabetes, high blood pressure, some different treatments, some weight loss treatments. If there's other subjects you want me to cover today, I drained 3 abscesses. If you want to know about those, I'll tell you about those. Leave it in the comments. I'm always checking it. And I can't wait to see you on the next video. Have a great night, guys.